Yeah. Happy Tuesday. Yes, we are early. How's everybody doing, god damn it? My wife's out of town. So
you got a little action with the right hand tonight.
Oh yeah, the right hand is getting worn out. And I can be as loud as I want tonight. And
dude, your right hand is going to be so worn out, it's going to need Tommy John by the end of it.
I'm going to be as bald and as ugly as I want to be. That's right. Here comes Baldy early. A full 2 minutes
put it away.
Early. I know. Let's see. We got the Flames or what? Lucic has
Milan
just
Lucic
been spotted.
scored a goal.
Yeah.
Milan Lucic scored a goal. What the fuck is going on? This is so crazy.
Oh, that looked like interference.
That's probably one of the only goals Milan Lucic has ever scored in Edmonton over the past couple years.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
Oh man, what a strange week it's been. The Mets are an absolute dumpster fire in so many ways.
Dude, I don't know how you make a missing person situation turn into LOL Mets. How do you do that?
Only the Mets. When they released that statement, I knew there wasn't any foul play because why would they release that statement? If there was foul play, there would be like cops.
It'd be a federal investigation.
Yeah. They'd be like, don't say anything. We suspect. We just haven't heard from him. They put that out there to make Cespedes look bad, right? Like they were just like, oh, this asshole just up and left, and we're gonna make him look like the bad guy, which he was, but still. So for those of you who don't know, the Mets starting left fielder / DH, Jonas Cespedes, just up and quit after 10 games, which I get because the Mets suck and they're the fucking suck and they're not going anywhere. Lucic goals disallowed because of interference.
Even in Edmonton, Lucic cannot score.
Nope. Still 2-1. That gives the Jets life. Right there. So anyway, Cespedes, they go to check in on him. He doesn't show up at the ballpark, and he's just gone. They sent someone to
he vanished from his hotel room.
Yeah, they sent someone to his hotel room, and his hotel room is just empty. So that was great. So it's not like the Mets are going to miss him. They just picked up Billy Hamilton, and Cespedes was batting like 185 with 2 home runs. And he was not looking good at the plate. He was only hitting like off-speed stuff out of the park, and he just looked like pure shit. Pure shit, that Cespedes.
Mm-hmm. Well, he hasn't played in, what, a year and a half?
Yeah. I think last time he played, he fell off his last season.
Yeah, he had the ankle injury when he was hunting a boar or something.
Sorry. So in consecutive seasons, he falls off a ladder, hunts a boar, and ends the season. And this year, he just quits. Why would you start and then stop? That's what I
Well, tell that to Lorenzo Cain. He probably got spooked.
Yeah, Locaine got a little scared. Well, it's legit. The scariness is legit. When you hear that the Marlins had 19 players and then the Cardinals, who you would think could obey the rules, they got 13 positives.
Well, it only takes one, because if you're on an airplane, recirculated air, guess what? Everyone's getting it.
Yep.
Are going to be exposed to it.
Yep. Even with the masks on. That's why COVID is the silent killer, man. It's the silent killer. Oh, that was a dangerous
Took out Herman
play.
Cain last week.
Yep. Took out Herman
And
Cain.
everyone laughed at him, which it sucks because Herman Cain's actually a success story.
Yes, he is. He was the CEO of Godfather's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
He ran for president. And he passed away after attending the rally in Tulsa.
Yep.
And yeah, it's crazy. R.I.P. Herman Cain. a true American. Now, one thing I associate, the Godfather's Pizza in Springfield Mall, where I grew up, was selling massive amounts of drugs. In fact, it made the local news when they got busted because they were selling like serious amounts of drugs out of the Godfather's
Well, that's why
Pizza.
the one that is next to where I grew up at in Clinton, Iowa, got closed, is because they found a shitload of heroin in the back.
Yeah, I think there was some type of connection there. I think everyone has a story of Godfathers getting busted for selling both pizza and cocaine.
Well, that's
Hey, the
most
pizza
part.
was never that bad.
No, but there was a reason why they were always busy, right? The pizza was
Oh,
it's
damn
like Chuck E.
right.
Cheese, right? You know, like Chuck E. Cheese, no one comes for the pizza. Nobody specifically went to Godfather's Pizza for the pizza. You came for the pizza, you stayed for the crack.
Mm-hmm.
Did
That's
Calgary
damn
Well,
good
just
that's
crack.
score
also
again?
you have the crack and it sells more pizza.
Calgary's got to win this game. I think they just scored. Good goal.
Yeah, they scored again. It looks
Yeah,
like it's,
I'm behind by like
Ryan.
30 some odd seconds. But
Yeah,
Matthew
3-1
Tkachuk.
Calgary.
Matthew Tkachuk. All right, we got some other stuff. So the Rangers tonight in about 4 minutes. Let's see. They are facing elimination. This game, let me go turn this game on. Yep, Sean Monahan. They haven't cut to this game yet. Anyways. So the Rangers are facing elimination tonight, and unless they get an entirely new roster, they are not hanging with the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes have just been better in so many ways. Their forecheck has been better. Their back check has been better. Through neutral, they have been better. They have just been outmatched.
It's because the Rangers weren't truly ready yet. This is the year where they get their asses kicked.
No, unless this series happened right when the shutdown happened. Remember the Hurricanes were buyers at the deadline and the Rangers were sellers, and you can
They
see
almost sold Kreider.
Yeah, you can see how that has hurt the Rangers because the Hurricanes have pieces. They've got Shea on their team. They've got Vinny Trocheck of all. They've got Sammy Vatanen. They've got all these mercenaries, and the Rangers fucking don't have anyone. They have nobody.
Rangers are still in like 80% of the way through their rebuild, which is, by the way, a rebuild at the speed of fucking sound.
Yeah,
by
very
getting
fast
the Brent
rebuild.
man. And you watch if this rebuild accelerates to the speed of fucking light. Because if they get handed that Lafreniere pick, and Winnipeg just scored, by the way, is now 3-2 Flames. Power play goal for the Jets.
Wow.
Yeah, I turned it off now. You do have some good news. They're starting Shesterkin tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to watch this game. It's on NBCSN. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
I got to swap between NHL and NBCSN. Problem is because I'm using the streaming version of it because my cable box is on the floor below, and it's a pain in the ass to move back and forth. Yeah, that's a nice backhander. Just roofed it.
Yeah. So now y'all can see my disappointment in real time. If the Rangers lose, what I'm saying, if they might be able to squeeze out like a 2-1 win tonight, like where they just somehow face more shot. You know what I'm saying? Where they get outshot like 80-20, but only like 2 goals go in or some shit. The Rangers have terrible players. Brendan Lemieux, who had been eating up minutes, was suspended for the first 2 games. They've just been bad, dude. And the only way that they can successfully move on is to have a young core of talent, and they can't do that with Mark Stahl and Henrik Lundqvist taking up.
I think this is the year they buy out Mark Stahl, though.
Yeah.
I think they buy out Lundqvist after this year,
The
too.
2 players are taking up 1/4 of their cap. Like, come on. You can't.
Well, that's part of the punishment they have to deal with. Like, Stahl was a bad contract. It took them for a bit to get rid of Girardi.
Yeah, Girardi, gosh. Thank you,
I mean,
Tampa.
Lundqvist can probably still play, but
Yes, Keandre Miller's coming. Shesterkin is coming. Kako might develop. They might get Lafreniere.
I wonder if you can flip a deal like Elias Anderson for Puljujärvi. It looks like Anderson isn't coming.
Oh no, he's already been DFA'd to he's already been sent back to the Swedish.
Yeah, the Swedish league. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. It's like he's not doing well, so maybe you can flip him for like Puljujärvi or Hosang or something like that.
Yeah, something. Heedle's been playing some minutes, so it's just been, Ryan, I see how you're saying sell the team, Dolan. It's just, no, Dolan doesn't even know that he owns the Rangers. He's like, what?
Dolan keeps his grubby hands off the team.
Yeah, because
so,
he's
you know
too
what? It actually
occupied
works
with
out.
with the Knicks and his horrible jazz band. All right, we covered the Mets. Pirates are really bad too.
Oh, they are trash, and I do not give a flying fuck about it.
Yeah, they are very
God.
bad. But you expected them to be bad. The Mets this was supposed to be a come get us year, and the Mets are not getting got. They're just being left alone. No one's coming to get the Mets. Okay. Every time.
Well, you kind of knew that was going to happen because it's the Mets. That's the only explanation you need.
Correct.
Let's put it this way. For the Pirates, the most notable part of their season was a fucking drone delaying their game today. I mean, can we bring the drone in as a relief pitcher or something?
The Pirates
because there's a bunch of, and as sad as it is, like, I usually follow the Pirates. I don't know who some of these guys are. I don't know who Phillip Evans is or Nick Turley, Sam Howard. I don't know who Del Pozo is. All I know is he fucking sucks. I mean, it's like, oh, who are these people?
Yeah, I'm seeing
I didn't even know
Rangers.
we had Derek Holland.
Yeah, I'm feel that way about the Rangers guys just showing up. Philip DiGiuseppe, like, come on, I didn't know who he was.
DiGiuseppe?
Yeah,
I kind of had an idea who he was.
Yeah,
he was with the Canes for a while.
Yeah,
prospect never really developed.
But I was expecting to see Adam Fox out there, which he has been, and I forgot Brendan Lemieux was suspended, and I think Toronto is about to tie it up with Columbus.
They did tie it up with tied at 1.
Yeah.
I mean, they pretty much laid the pedal to the floor.
And then the Panthers lost, and they're down. Them and the Rangers.
They're down 2-0.
So
Panthers, if they lose this game, if they lose one more game, I think they are going to go on a purge, and they are going to make some big mistakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like they will get rid of some big names.
Yeah. They had to make the playoffs this year, and
I mean, talent's gone. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Coach Q, I doubt they do anything with, not with that big contract. But like, I think big pieces of the core get.
They gotta move that team.
Like they will probably trade like a combination of Huberdeau, Hoffman, Ekblad, probably like a couple of Yandel.
No, they gotta move them to Quebec City. That's what they need to do. Or
like they're in trouble.
Tonight's gonna get interesting. I got some Tito's vodka.
Ooh.
I got some ginger beer. I'm making my own Moscow Mule. I even ordered the official Moscow Mule cup.
The official mug.
Yeah.
Nice. Tito's vodka is good shit. My sister was on a Moscow Mule fix for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I've been on it for a couple years.
Yeah, I'm a beer man myself, but I can understand the appreciation
ginger
for
beers.
Moscow Mule.
I like these. They have a lot of ginger, but they have the
they have like a little
top.
But you can also mix it up. Like you can add different types of liquor, give it sort of different power, add bitters, spices, seasonings, fruits.
So
you can do a lot with a mule.
You can do a lot with a mule.
Get your fruit in, prevent scurvy.
Yes, you can also you can also do a lot. You can plant fields, you can plow fields, you can drive your goods to the general store downtown.
You can have non-consensual bestiality.
See, back in 1920, we wore an onion on our belt, which was the style at the time.
That was the style at the time. You just had an onion on your
right
belt.
now, I am enjoying a Boulevard 6-glass quadruple ale. It is 10.2%.
Very nice.
High
I usually
test.
drink on the weekend, so I'm just drinking a fucking Propel.
So you can see the reflection of my office of what's really in this office in the mule cup right there.
Ooh.
Boy, we can see ourselves. Ooh.
Yes.
Hi, Mom.
It's the good face.
Ooh. All right, let's start reading these snappers because we don't want to be here all night. And they're piling up. Again,
well, I better keep drinking because I got my China call here in 18 minutes. So you enjoy your snappers.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you don't catch the COVID from the call.
I don't think a COVID can reach over the ocean at me, but we'll try.
I'm so funny. Don't catch coronavirus from a virtual phone call.
Don't mention Hong Kong, no matter what you do.
Mm-hmm. Like my onion
I've already
belt.
mentioned to it about 5 times, and no one has ever said a word to me. So,
All right, Taylor Phillips, host of the Michigan Sports Truth on the Stables Network, says thoughts on Stafford's false positive test. So Stafford was put on the COVID list, and then he was taken off. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's asymptomatic. He's in his house, his huge house in some lake in Detroit." And then they say now that he's off the COVID list because of a false positive. So it's just crazy. I thought that false negatives were the problem.
False positives and false negatives can be an issue, but I've heard about false positives. But you don't even know if they're like going to be a thing, like because sometimes like Juan Soto had some negative tests. He went back to positive, and then he wouldn't have consistently negative tests.
So you have to have two.
The tests have a very high fail rate.
Right. You have to have 2 negatives in a row, and that's why Juan was getting pissed off because he'd get a positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, and he hasn't. That article was spun the wrong way. It's like, oh, he's had 6 negatives, but he's also had 6 positives. Mm-hmm. So obviously something is tripping.
It's not a false positive if it's 6 positive tests.
Right.
1, you can make the argument for.
Right.
2, a little rough, but I mean, there's a slight chance. But 6, no, he had it.
Yeah, it's weird, but you know what? I think these teams that are getting the COVID, and as long as everyone makes it through healthy and no one dies, they're better equipped to not get it. Right?
They're gonna bull rush through it.
Yeah. If you clear it, and then you got the antibodies, you have like a 3-month window where just no one can get it, and then you're herd immune.
Mm-hmm.
That's
unless it mutates, and then we're all fucked.
We're so fucked. Makai Wilson, Dwayne. I love these Snapchats that are coming, super chats, whatever. Dwayne Johnson has bought the XFL for $15 million. Good. This league didn't deserve to die. This also means St. Louis still has a football team. So he's leading an investor group, obviously, and $15 million is a bargain, right? He just bought the logo.
I
think
he just bought the logos, the rights, and I think the names and the properties.
So yeah, I mean, I guess on the surface, $15 million doesn't look like a lot, but he's just buying the intellectual property. He's still got to have a group of capital to go and put these games on. Like, I don't know if they're going to be well backed as Vince McMahon, who was willing to fund the league for 3 years. We'll see though. But I can
probably see. The only thing I can see is they make a deal with Disney.
Yeah,
because they still broadcast the games on ESPN. Yeah. You wouldn't have to spend anything for the rights.
Yeah,
and they pimp the shit out of it.
Yeah. It's a good PR move to put Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on it. It's a very Derek Jeter type-esque move. Try to create a buzz with it. Yeah. I'm sure Dwayne's putting in like $200,000 of his own money and just serving as a figurehead for this group. I don't see him putting his own money into it.
Oh God, no! He doesn't have like the oomph. He has hundreds of millions, but he doesn't have enough to really back a league.
No.
And also an update: the Turtle Matt Kachuk just scored its 4-2 Calgary.
Slugfest. Oh, by the way, the Penguins are tied with Montreal, which I saw that coming.
Yesterday, I was gonna be so pissed.
Oh, you were gonna be very pissed. But they didn't
it's because, dude, you bring in this all in, and it's like Carey Price becomes Carey Price. But the Pens did this shit to themselves. They played like shit in February and early March.
Yeah, they also played like shit in Game 1, and they just Oh my God, I would say that
1 for 7 on the power play or something.
They were terrible. They missed a penalty shot, and through neutral, they were horrendous.
They couldn't get anything going in the zone. They were so static on power plays. The 5-on-3, it's like nobody moved.
Yeah,
it's come on, just create motion, do something, make them work.
Yeah, they were ugly.
And all they did was just chuck it from the point, and Malkin would just miss, or Letang would just miss. It's like you know the point. It would be easier to hit the net if you get into high traffic areas and go to the fucking net.
Even
you don't have Hornqvist for a reason, man.
Even in Game 2, Letang
even Tanev could go in front of the net.
Right. Even in Game 2. I saw Letang make some really questionable decisions. He doesn't change his stripes. Like he
Oh, of
just
course.
never.
He's just the same dude.
Right,
And the problem is, once he loses his physicality, he's going to be a fucking mess.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Like if he wasn't blessed with amazing speed and hand and stick skill, like he would
Oh,
not.
dude, if he wasn't that, he'd be Marc-Andre Bergeron.
Yeah. He makes bad decisions sometimes. But then again, there are players that make the right decision every time.
He is so frustrating.
Yeah, and are not as gifted as Letang.
As I said, I gift the 2018 the Caps winning that series to Letang.
Yeah, well,
Game 5 he was atrocious.
Yeah, well, that ended up on the. Didn't he have the giveaway that led to Kuznetsov's goal? Right.
I think it was part of it. Game 5 was the one where he double teamed Ovechkin, and then Kuznetsov had that wide open shot.
Yes, yeah, he was wide open. Jared Froman. 2 things I would like to say. I hope that Jake Muzzin is okay. Oh, did he?
Oh, by the way, Dane, I'm not bitching about Brandon Tanev. I'm saying Brandon Tanev could be in front of the net on power plays and create presence.
And Jared Froman says, I hope that Dale Talon becomes Louis the 16th. He probably will.
Oh,
he
yeah.
needs to go. I thought it was
Louis. Yeah. He's done if they lose this series.
Was Louis the 14th the good king? And Louis the 16th was the one that got his head cut off.
The 16th was the one that got his head cut off.
Yes,
he was the one that tried to cater to the revolutionaries, and it didn't work.
Yeah, it sounds like the mayor of Seattle. Or the mayor of
Portland.
Yeah,
and Minneapolis.
Right. And
New York City.
I like the look on his
and
face
Chicago.
when he was shocked that they did not like him. Like, no shit.
Well, what do you expect? You can't appease
anarchy.
the damn
mob.
Right.
You can't appease a mob. You can't reason with the mob.
Jared Froman. They'd probably respect you more if you told them to fuck off.
I like this one too. Jared Froman. Tree, how apathetic are you on a scale from 1 to 10 on the fact that the Pirates have the worst record in the MLB at 2 and 9er?
I honestly don't give a fuck. And quite frankly, it's like, oh boy.
So a scale of 1 to 10.
They needed this year because they were just treading water and kicking the tires. Yeah. You don't have 3 of your best pitchers. Even Archer, is still one of your best pitchers. Marte's gone. He had to go. And you have a bunch of guys that just are either failing to live up to their potential or are having massive regression. So this was inevitable.
Are there injuries? Because the Mets are injured to shit.
Well, they're without Taillon still. Archer's out for the year. And Vasquez is, sick fuck.
I don't think you'll see Marcus Stroman this year, honestly.
No. I mean, dude, off topic, dude. A lot of pitchers are dropping like flies.
Oh, dude, they're just not in base. They're not in August condition. They're not in baseball condition.
They're not even in any condition.
Right.
That's the reason why I canceled the season. You're blowing out arms left and right.
Right. Who did they have to throw with during quarantine? Their wives?
Nobody.
Right.
Dude.
Joe Kelly was busting out his windows practicing on how to throw beanballs at Alex Bregman.
Yeah, did you see Mike Soroka's injury yesterday?
Oh, my God.
You don't see that little, I mean, you don't notice it, but then you notice the little jump. Once his right leg falls, oh God. It's the same injury that happened with Kevin Durant.
Yeah. You can tell as soon as he came off, it was gone. Like the tendon is in his calf.
Yep.
I don't ever want that to happen to me.
Yeah, that sounds brutal. That's a long
shit out of me.
And Osuna might be out for the year now too.
I did hit in the cage today. But my wife took off. She went to go visit a friend in North Carolina, but she had my wooden bat in my trunk. So she took my car and I had to swing a metal bat today. Oh my gosh, just such a big fucking difference between a wooden bat and a metal bat. Oh my God. I was hitting the 80 like it was nothing today. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, you read L. Chris.
Yes, sir. The glory of Mets baseball, Yoenis Cespedes. Sorry, I had to do that. It only makes sense with Yoenis Cespedes.
Oh, the Mets homered. All right, it must be 2-1 now.
It's 5-2.
5-2. Here we go again. They're only gonna win when DeGrom pitches, and apparently they have to sacrifice 3 to 4 people, 3 to 4 players each time. So
there's always a good time for Lowell Mets.
Right. Cano is gone. Who
Thor's
else
gone? No Stroman.
Ahmed Rosario's out for any. Dude, you spend any amount of time on the DL this year, that is 1/4 of the season.
That's a death sentence.
Yeah. Especially now. We've already played what? 12 games? 11, 12 games? So we're already 1/6 through the season. This is going by so fucking fast.
Oh yeah. I mean, all you can really hope is they survive the season, and we're only week and a half in, and we're already dealing with a bunch of bullshit that is
Corona Chan
causing the season to be in jeopardy.
There's Corona,
not even Corona Chan.
There's injuries.
It's a combination of stupidity, hubris, and injuries, and all the fun shit.
And we'll look.
This isn't even like it's going to be replacements by the time this is over.
We're gonna look back at this time and call it the weirdest time in probably.
If we go to old age, I'm going to be saying to my kids, "Yeah, you remember when we were we had to sit at home and do nothing. It was
whatever, dude.
Civic duty."
That's not gonna be. We're gonna be telling our children we're gonna be around a fireplace in the woods, fucking eating bugs and shit. Talking about remember porn?
And there I was.
We had porn on our
ran out.
Right. We had porn on our.
We're on the run
hands.
from our Chinese overlords.
That's right.
Who are now in the form of drones.
Yeah, that come to Pirates game. All right, come on, set it up, Rangers. Don't nobody spoil it for me. There's a shot from the point, blocked. They have not gotten open shooting lanes at all on the power play. It's been, at least this time they actually have it in the zone, for crying out loud. Jeez. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Let's go Sean Pinkerton for 269. Rangers going with Igor and net. Muzzin be well, bud. Yeah, Muzzin's hit looked pretty ghastly.
Yeah, what happened with him?
Well, what happened was he kind of got shoved in the batting boards and he couldn't stop himself. So what happened was he awkwardly hit like the back of Oliver Bjorkstrand's leg, and his neck like snapped back.
Oh yeah, did he get carried off in a stretcher?
Oh yeah, like he was deliberately he was moving his extremities, but like it was rough.
Shifley, the Chuck hit on Shifley was pretty rough.
Shifley one was tough.
I don't think to Chuck meant
like
to
if
do it.
Shifley's gone, Winnipeg is fucked.
Yeah. He's the straw that stirs the drink. He's like Zabinid or like
he's
Zuccarello.
Like I mean, if like without him, like Connor and Line are lost because they've already lost Brian Little.
Yeah, he's like a border collie with them, with Line and Carter. Jared Froman, let me just say that I'm surprised that Detroit is 5-5 so far this season. Their bullpen and offense haven't been dog shit. Well, they're better than the Mets. They've been mediocre. Yay. I don't know if you're hurting yourself by like not
Probably
taking.
you are hurting, but I mean,
Right.
Take it, I guess.
Yeah. All right, come on, set it up. Oh god damn. The Canes back check is so fucking good, dude.
Because they're built like a team.
Yeah, they built
I mean,
like
they
a
needed
team.
to get their shit together though. They were looking a bit flat before the break.
They're fast. Sebastian Aho is a stud. Fucking Svechnikov is very good.
Teravainen.
Yeah, Teuvo.
They get stable goaltending. They can go far.
Hans Klappinen and Sammy Vatanen is pretty good. So I'm not surprised. It's just the worst matchup for the Rangers. The Rangers needed like the Habs. You know, they needed to play a team that they're built like in the first round, not this very fast,
this is why you take these lessons and parlay them into the offseason.
True.
And they're probably going to go hard for someone like Pietrangelo.
Yeah, and Mrazek is playing very good goal.
Yeah, Mrazek. They got good Mrazek.
Yeah, they got very good Mrazek. Craig Kramer, NFL quarterback. The Rona has hit 6 teams in baseball, and yet somehow the Mets are the biggest disaster in baseball. How is it possible? Steve Cohen can't come fast enough to fire everyone. I hate this team. I really hate this team.
Here's a spoiler. You're getting A-Rod. You're not getting Steve Cohen.
Yeah,
because Steve Cohen is going to be pissed off by the Wilpons trying to meddle and everything, and he'll fuck off.
Yeah, they won't sell outright to him. And, you know, the Wilpons, their only identity is owning the Mets, so they're not going to give up that.
It's like Harold Ballard with the Leafs. He doesn't give a shit about the true money. He'll make money with the team, but what he really cares about is the control.
Exactly. I could sell when we were in spring training. We went there and we saw them on the field. You could just tell how much they love being the owners of a baseball team, which I get. Like I think
Dude,
that's
I'd
anybody.
fuck my cock out if I owned a sports
Oh my
team. I'd be like,
gosh.
hey, bitches, I own you.
Right.
And I'll criticize you to me. It's like, you fucking suck.
Yeah. It'd be like, yeah. I'd be like Dolan. If someone started yelling at me, I'd be like, yeah, never come to one of my games. I would be that asshole. I criticize Dolan.
I'd be like most YouTubers, like, you fucking suck. Well, fuck you. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Right. It's funny when you're a YouTuber and someone insults you. Even when you're wrong, you get mad. You're like,
I mean, dude, if you're gonna throw that shit at me, I'll throw it right back at you. People shit on me all the time.
Did you get shit for pronouncing Shesterkin?
Oh, dude, like, I mean, I got shit on for, I accidentally called him Ilya.
Ilya.
Because I'm getting him confused with Ilya Sorokin.
Oh
that's
gosh. why. Dude, I mispronounced like every name in my Formula One video, and rightfully I did a terrible job, but yeah, I got hammered for that. So it happens.
That is what it is.
You know what? You're one guy. You don't know all these pronunciations. I don't watch hours of Formula One. And I don't know how to say Ayrton Senna.
I mean, if I have trouble, like, I'll look at a video and do like research on it and see how to say it.
Alan Prost.
Because I've had that a couple of times where like I've mispronounced it and I've had to go back and redo lines. I don't mind doing
it. When you hear an awkward like jump in one of my videos is because I went back and said something. It's really hard to fill it back in.
Well, I've tried to like do like the same cadence. It does get a little tough. It can be obvious.
You can, it's there though. You hear it.
Oh yeah.
Jacob Tobin, the U.S. government, the world's legacy Lao cow. Yeah, the government's bad. Government is, no matter who's in power, I hate the government.
No matter who it is, Dems or Republicans, it's all fucking shit show. Bloated as fuck, and it's just full of cronyism and corruption.
The only time I ever had confidence in the government was when Ronald Reagan was president, and I was 10, so I just believed everything anyways. So,
back then you had a true enemy to fight, and that was the commies.
That's right. We could fight those damn commies.
Now we don't have a real enemy. It's like, we had the terrorists like 20 years ago, and now it's like, who is the enemy now? And now the enemy is apparently ourselves.
It's ourselves. Racism is the enemy. Got to watch out. Oh, what a save.
No, it's systemic racism. And also perceived bias. And I think just white people in general.
White people should have. Have you seen you ever read the Babylon Bee? White woke polar bear apologizes for being white. Very funny.
Oh, Babylon Bee is hilarious.
Yes, very funny. It's the Onion.
And the sad part is most of it is skewed in reality.
Everything is skewed. Oh, he's right alone in front. You son of a bitch. Craig Kramer, Brody is the worst GM in sports. Get out, Will Bond. Somebody said earlier, Bill O'Brien would like to have a word with you.
You knew a bad word. You knew Brody was going to be bad just because it's the Mets and he's an old player agent.
Brody, much shorter than I thought. He's only about 5'9", 5'8" at the most.
So you can have like a little edge. You can like put your chin up at him. It's like, yeah. You got a problem with me, Brody?
I was surprised at how short he was. Also, much more handsome than I expected him to be as well. I was like, I'm not gay, but that's a good-looking middle-aged man right there. I can see why he just kind of smiles and says, "I'm trading you. I'd like Marcus Stroman for a king's ransom."
No, he's going to trade your anal virginity for future considerations.
At least he didn't trade.
Oh wait, cash considerations.
He didn't trade Scott Kazmir for Victor Zambrano, though. He did not do that.
Oh yes.
Jared Froman, 7:49 p.m. Eastern Time. Tucker Poolman, Winnipeg, just took a puck to the jaw. Ouch. Hope he's okay. Players are getting hurt today. Players in every sport are getting hurt. What's his name?
Jonathan Isaac. Like everyone bitched at him for standing during the anthem, which apparently that's an issue now. I don't. I mean, that shouldn't be. I don't know. But now he tore his ACL, and everyone's like, shitting on him.
Of course, people shit on Herman Cain for dying. They're just like, "Ha, you died."
Like, oh, now you can't stand anymore, bitch.
Yeah. I don't understand the bitterness.
I don't think he can take a knee either, but so
I don't understand the ugliness in.
Oh, people are assholes.
Yeah,
we just personify it.
We are the assholes.
Put a face to it.
We are the assholes. We're the terrible people.
Well, we don't deny we're assholes. Everyone that's bitching will deny they are a fucking asshole. On the other hand, it's like I don't fucking care. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't deny being an asshole.
I'm not here to like kiss ass. Fuck you.
I'm not here to kiss anyone's ass unless they want me to. Unless they
Unless
give me
it's
money.
Brody Van Wagenen in the bedroom with.
I do kind of kiss the
cane.
MLB's ass because they like gave us tickets. They gave us unfettered access to spring training. So I have been less harsh on the MLB since then.
I mean, they're not doing themselves any favors with this shit.
No, well, actually, you know what? You know, the guy that runs the our Connect at the MLB, like when I'm critical of the MLB, like he understands. Like
if you're gonna be critical, at least have it in truth.
Well, it's easier to go after Manfred, you know, like because Manfred has made some very questionable decisions in his tenure as commish. And no one can say that this 60-game reboot has gone well.
It's been a disaster.
It has not been better than expected. That is truth. It has been about
flaming disaster.
It's been less than expected. Less than expected. I'd say the NBA is going well, and I would say the NHL. NASCAR has done it the best. But they also have the easiest way. They're in fucking cars, right? They're not flying together.
It's easier to physically distance, and you can just move in packs like a wagon train.
Plus, when they go from stop to stop, they're getting in a truck, right?
And also, like, they've had cases, but they've all been isolated and contained.
The drivers fly on their own, you know, in their own jets. The crew isn't all together. They're isolated. So NASCAR's done it the best, but...
And they've kept it regional, too.
MLB has done it the worst, and it's going to scare me for the NFL. I think there's going to be teams missing weeks. Luckily, though, in the NFL, like, you could miss a week of play and actually clear.
Call it a bye week.
Yeah, just an unplanned bye week, and then schedule your game in the bye. They should put Corona breaks in the schedule. Like, hey, everyone that missed, got to play each other here. We don't really care who it is. College football, I just don't think it's going to happen. Not worth the risk.
And they'll try it. I mean, ACC, SEC, they're already trying to try
apparently
it.
Rutgers got it pretty bad.
Yeah, Rutgers had a big party. Clemson had a big one a couple months ago.
Well,
Oklahoma
State.
State.
Party, and they're just like, if I get Rona, I get Rona. Like, the kids do not believe that coronavirus exists. They just don't.
Yeah, and then either you get randomly stuck in a hospital or you give it to mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa.
Yeah, you just kill your grandma, you know? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, I read that. You read this Hurricane JD.
Hurricane JD 1129. Fives, if your rag's loose tonight, I will laugh at you and my cousins hysterically. Also, my birthday on Thursday. I already got the new White Canes jersey with my number and name. Also, fuck Melnick. Hey, happy birthday, brother. Maybe
happy birthday. I don't even mind that you're insulting me. I mean, the Canes have been the better team. The Rangers look okay now. At least they're not trailing within the first fucking minute of the game. But I don't see the Rangers unless the ghost of Carl Hagelin and Matt Zuccarello and Rick Nash come out. They're not going to beat the Canes. The Canes are good.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's Stefan Matteau. He's coming out of retirement again.
Matteau, is that a penalty? Yeah, that's a penalty. That's a trip. Canes are going to the power play. That was an obvious trip on Fagel. All right, keep her reading.
Yes, sir. Red Rhino 94. Me after most of the British Grand Prize. Man, why I wake up for this? Grand Prix. My bad. After the last two laps. Oh my God, everyone's tires are gone, and Hamilton tried to recreate that one scene from Cars.
The Mercedes team is you just know it's 1-2 Valtteri Bottas and Hamilton pretty much for the rest of the year. And the only people even competing is Red Bull, Verstappen and Albon, and they're not even close. Like the Mercedes is just winning it. There's just no doubt. Like every week they're the fastest.
R&D is ridiculous in Formula.
Oh my gosh. The money disparity
is like perfected to a fine-tooth comb.
Right. Even though they capped the money this year, they can't stop the top teams from being, you know, like they're going to find a way to cheat. They'll find a way to get stuff off their balance sheet, you know, like run it through a 529 or some shit. Be like, oh, these are charitable donations to enginebalancing.org.
Yes. Oh, yes. This aerodynamics is going to help feed the hungry children of Somalia.
That's right.
It's aerodynamics. It helps grow corn.
How do I pronounce Valtteri Bottas? Someone tell me how to spell that phonetically spell that
I haven't heard the name in a while, so I couldn't tell you.
Valtteri, it's James. Okay. All right, keep her reading.
All right. And Beast of Metal. Warning comes too late to save you now. Visions of suffering stab from the inside. You pray for death. Mourning does no good, as you can only die once. Morbid Angel, Maze of Death.
Fucking metal as fuck. Botas, that's right. It is Botas. Valtteri Botas. Botas.
I wanted to say that, but I couldn't confirm it.
Would you like to see my Botas? Yeah, Valtteri Botas. See these names, because I'm American, they just sound different. It's like someone trying to speak Chinese, you know?
You think you watch enough hockey to recognize most of these names.
Shosturkin. It's Shosturkin. Sometimes you think you're saying it right and you still say it wrong. That's the problem with being American. You just say
and then
wrong.
a bunch of people bitched you for it.
Yes, that's true. They just
like you guys in Morozic.
It's Morozic.
Morozic. Is that Brussels popping
Yes.
in? Okay. Hey, what's up, Bruss?
Red Wings fan, I will tell you, it's Morozic. Not Morozic. Morozic.
Morozic. Well, it is a miracle that I could say Thomas Plekanec. So you just accept that.
Thomas Plekanec.
Plekanec. You have to say it phonetically. Plekanec. It's spelled Plekaneix. Plekanec. Anyways. All right. David Benjamin. I was never into hockey. I wish football can happen without any problems. The MLB season is uneventful. It does have the magic. It doesn't have the magic without fans. So is it me or the hockey playoff games in the bubble without fans seems very artificial?
Weird. Yeah, it feels like a scrimmage.
I do tell you one thing I do not miss is some asshole behind the two announcers banging on the glass. Do not miss that at all. Like, just look at me.
Or you get the random asshole just like yells the whole time and you hear it in a radio broadcast.
Yeah. Or that fan that stands up.
Yeah, during the middle of a play. It's like really
and he blocks the fucking camera. Don't miss that either. And I do like being able to hear.
Live fans are the big thing with playoff hockey, man. It creates a different atmosphere.
True.
Like, you have the speed, you have like the tenacity and intensity of playoff hockey, but it's just not the same.
No, it's not the same. It seems like hockey, very sluggish hockey that's been forced into meaningful games.
Of course, it's fucking August.
I know.
These people should be in their off season. That's why I felt like they should have just punted, but
they're like a 4.5 month layoff. I'm like, 4.5 months. God.
Yeah.
Does March seem like it happened a year ago?
Yes.
A year ago.
I feel like it's been like a couple years since January. It's like, oh yeah, remember we used to do things.
We used to go places.
When fucking coronavirus was just like in China.
Remember
we were kind of looking at it. It's like, could it happen here?
Well, remember when we would be like, oh, it's just no worse than the flu. It's no worse than the flu.
They said that in February, and I was pissed at people. So it's just like, have you seen the shit coming out of China? This is not the flu.
I remember my brother saying it's like more people die from the flu, and I was just like, yeah, I guess. And nice play to keep that in the Morozic with the save. That son of a bitch.
You pissed off Jared Brussel.
I did piss off the Bruss. All right.
Fuck you.
Read Craig Kramer. Read this Craig Kramer.
Mets make the Jets look like the Yankees.
Must be nice to be a Yankee fan right now. Aaron Judge is tearing the living cover off the ball.
5 straight dongs.
Right. 5 straight. He's going for 6 tonight. And then
I wonder if he hits 50 home runs on the year.
In a 60-game season? That would be amazing. That'd be amazing. I don't understand the Yankees' hate for Pete Alonso. I don't hate Aaron Judge for hitting 52 home runs. Like, I don't get it. What's that noise?
You only hate him because he's not on your team.
I know. They hate us because they ain't us. They hate us because they ain't us. Your condescending laugh doesn't help. It doesn't help. Alex Moreno, cheers, my friends. Alex Moreno says, "Cheers, my friends! I got a new job this week. Congrats, Alex! I
Congratulations.
saw his.
I know you were worried about your
Yeah, I saw his
he lost his
Instagram.
job.
His
Yeah.
Thank you,
Instagram
guys.
post.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was very
What's
sad.
the job, man?
Yeah, it's just a warehouse position. It's not too bad, actually.
Hey,
It's
it's something at least, man.
Hey, you're gonna bulk up.
I'm just. Yeah, exactly. I do have to bowl. I'm gonna get like massive arms, and then I can just go play in the MLB after this.
When I worked in the for UPS unloading trucks, man, I've never been in better shape in my life. Everybody in there was ripped. You couldn't be fat and work at the plant. Like everybody that was in there was in shape. Like it was just.
I applied at UPS. Everyone around me had like these big like gym dude arms, except they were all covered in like
No one
tattoos.
started
They
that
looked
way.
Scary.
Yeah, no one starts out that way, but after a while working in the trucks, you either make it or you quit. So.
Wonder if those were all Raiders fans. They all so many tats.
Yeah. Well, did they have criminal records?
Probably.
Then they were Raiders fans. All right. Alex sent us a new song, so we'll have to read it. It's Papa Roach this time.
Do whatever you want at the end of the
Yeah,
show, because I'll
maybe.
do this one will be good. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, you have to learn the flow of this one. You just gotta sing the
James
intro
Reimer.
like you're Filipino.
It's not Razik. It's James Reimer's in net. Maybe he'll blow a
Yeah,
4-goal
it's
lead.
because it's back to back. That's why.
That's right. Maybe he'll blow a 4-goal lead. I hope not. I hope that the Rangers. just
Also,
get
the
out in
Royals
front.
got to run.
This is in
Royals
2013.
The Mets.
Royals got to run.
Oh, the Royals got to run. What's going on in this Met game? There's so much sports
Nothing.
going on. It's just so much. So then now they're up. Now they're down 5-3. Jared the Cat 88, very good at typing for a cat. As a Cardinals fan, this makes me depressed. Yeah, the Cardinals are not playing. It's amazing that some teams have already played 11 games and the Marlins have played 3.
The Phillies have only played 3 too.
I know. They're stuck at. This is the latest they've been in first place. Fucking in how
First
many
place
years?
since what? 2005.
And a winning percentage of 666. Like, come on. Like the Marlins are killing it by
Marlins are
trying
going
to
to make
die.
a wild card spot.
Yeah.
Phillies, you fucking suck.
with a record of 2-1.
1-3.
Oh god, the MLB season is so bizarre.
This is such a
Marlins
So
O's World
bizarre.
Series.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm calling it now. Marlins O's.
The O's aren't terrible. They're bad, but they're not terrible.
Fair. They're not that good. Like to the
Beast
level.
of Metal, 1989. This was almost 40 minutes ago. Breaking mid to lower budget Toyota team Levine Family Racing announces sale of team effective at the end of 2020. Opinion. Chalk up yet another victim of the race team alliance and its incredibly short-sighted charter system. I am not aware of how that works. So maybe,
Well, I know there's a lot of smaller teams are hurting,
Oh yeah.
even with COVID.
Yeah, I saw the NASCAR podcast the weekly podcast, and they had a team owner on there, and he's loving not having to qualify or go to practice, like because he was
Well,
just like,
funny.
he's like, yeah, it saves me money, man. I don't have to run around the track. He's like, I'd love to fucking just draw and go, man. Like, I guess, like shit. Wouldn't you? It always amazes me that in NASCAR there can be 40 drivers and 2 of them just don't even have sponsors. They just have a black car with their number on it.
Remember when there was 43? That's why everyone bitched. It's because they would just like qualify and then drive for like a couple laps and just pull it in.
Yeah. And I'm just like, how do you do that? You're just spending your own
Well, it's
money.
because the problem is they make more money doing that than by just doing a full race.
Oh, I thought that you had to win to like make money.
No, there's full purses. You
So
just
you
make
can-
like a certain
So you can profit from just entering, running around the track. Like, if you have enough money, can you buy your way onto the NASCAR track? Like,
probably.
I mean, that's what Paul Dana did. That the IndyCar driver that got into that accident. He was a journalist, and he was like, "All right, I want to race," and then he ended up and he got into that terrible accident. But yeah, that's what Brendan Gaughan did. The driver. The NASCAR driver whose dad is like a oil baron or something in West Virginia, something like that. Anyways, Maybe that's why we want all these donations, so someday we can drive a NASCAR ride with just a black paint job and number. Mm-hmm. Formula One definitely comes from a life of, like, you have to come from a life of privilege. There's no, he was
Formula
share,
NASCAR
right.
is technically also privilege. Racing's expensive.
Well, all racing is expensive, but there's no story of he was a poor son of a sharecropper who eventually made it to like first he started racing on bikes, like pedal bikes, and then he did go-kart. Like he hawked his family cow to buy a go-kart, and people noticed that he was fast there. No, you are born with a silver spoon in your mouth if you want to become a Formula One racer. It's just there is no, it's just in the income disparity is quite present. All right, you get Dodger.
Miss Dodger of Zion for 5. I went to go watch a bear hunt and a hockey game broke out. Damn satisfying watching the Bruins get wrecked by the orange and black.
I thoroughly enjoy Brad Marchand getting hit hard. I don't want him to get injured. I don't want him to get injured because I want him to get hit some more. It's like Joe.
You are so salty.
Joe Theismann told me this story one time where Lawrence Taylor like hit him and was like, he's like, "You good, man? You good?" And Joe Theismann tried to be a tough guy and was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And he goes, "Good." Just like, I am going to fucking hit you again. Next time you are not going to be good. And he said that he was just like, fuck. Like,
was that the play after the infamous the break, or is this another game?
No, it was like just a regular season game where he was just getting the shit kicked out of him. Like, I just couldn't imagine sometimes where these quarterbacks throw and they just take the hit and they just, they get completely lit up and they're just pulling themselves up, and those guys get hit, man. Don't ever call a quarterback like the privilege ass pussy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, is that offside? Fuck.
Did you ever see like Andrew Luck? He'd always cheer on all the defenders.
Yeah. Good one, guys.
Buddy.
Yeah, good hit, buddy. Like, he's just like, please don't do that again to me. Please.
Good hit, buddy.
I'd like to not drink my food later. Was basically what he was saying. Mm-hmm.
Didn't he lacerate his kidney from one of those hits? Like,
he almost like bled internally and died. Basically,
good God,
his shoulder,
might as well have drunk his lunch.
Yeah, his shoulder was fucked up. His everything was fucked up. Andrew Luck, yeah, definitely one of the nicest players in the history of the NFL, and for him to get booed for retiring is just completely ridiculous.
Reminds me of like Archie Manning, but
I'm sorry, I don't want to get
terrible team.
Right. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Oh, what a hit on Snatchnikov. Wow,
Snatch.
Chris Kreider, and that's going to be turned away by a Reimer because he's got no rhymers or no reason. Beast of Metal, $20. To be fair, Levine is also a victim of JGR and TRD, asking staggering prices for their admittedly premium equipment, but the charters were presented as offering vague promises of stability so teams could spend like that. So basically they tried parody. It's just, parody is such a misnomer or a lie in stock racing. Even though the goal of stock car racing is to have everyone be stock, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh God, no! It stopped becoming stock after the car of tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it's a lot like Formula One these days.
Because remember, back in the 70s and 80s, the whole motto was race on Sunday, sell on Monday.
Right.
Now it's like nobody recognizes the cars.
Yeah. Well, it's not a surprise that Hamlin and Harvick are at the front every time. Mm-hmm. And certain teams are at the front. But though there have been some new winners. Dude, Keselowski needs to get some respect. That guy can race, man.
Oh, yeah.
Guy can race. All right, you read Sean Pinkerton.
Mm-hmm. Pirates are beyond lolcows. Same number of wins as Marlins. How soon does Reynolds get traded? Because his throwouts are the only highlights. And then they're trash.
Is there a trade? Is there a trade deadline this year?
I think so. I want to say it's August 31st.
Oh my God. They should start trading now. Just the teams like the Mets should start dumping people. Like, just get rid of fucking trash players. Oh, wow. Fucking Reimer, dude.
Big save. I'm flipping between this and Colorado, Calgary, Winnipeg. So
Reimer looks like 2010 Reimer. Like, he's just,
East Reimer.
yeah. They must have been practicing while the Rangers obviously were getting injured and older during the whole thing. All right, keep reading. Oh,
Well, just be lucky you're here, man. You probably weren't going to make it.
Oh,
This year.
Zabinajad, 2-on-1. Come on, shoot.
Wow. Womp, womp, womp. And with that, I will add for Donovan Gibbs. My power's out due to the weather. Enjoy my money. Yeah, the weather's been really fucked around here. It's very on-off rain. I wanted to do some grass today, but unfortunately it rains. I was able to do a little bit.
You want to do some grass today?
Yeah, I mean,
I thought you were
like
more of a
different
drinker.
kind of grass.
0-0 headed into the first intermission. Donovan Gibbs, also a hell of a football player. He won like the offensive lineman of the week or whatever at his camp, at his football camp. Hopefully he stays Rona free.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully he gets a nice scholarship.
We might be reading about Donovan Gibbs when he plays in college, you know, and be like, hey, that guy used to watch our show. Now he's rich.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh yeah, I remember those guys. They suck now.
Yeah. They used to be so good.
Yeah,
Now
it's
they're-
like, and then they went stale.
Yeah.
Fucking old.
The
fuckers.
bald one just continued to not be funny. He just kept doing
And
what he
the-
does all
and
the
the-
time.
And the Yinzer just kept like delving into insanity and just said some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he also got really fat.
And then the bald one got fat too. And then they just kind of.
And they just like turned into a mass blob. And then the fatter one had like 3 heart attacks. Yeah, good shit. Mm-hmm. That's our future, buddy. If we keep going with this,
You can't.
we should embrace it.
Are you looking forward to the day where you're just that thing in the corner of a room and people are just like, "Who's that fucking
Dude,
fat
honestly, that's gonna be the future for all of us, dude.
dude?" Nah, man. I work out
like-
6 times a week, man.
I try to work out too, but guess what? I'm still a fat fuck.
I believe that I'm in shape. You know what? I'm the type of person that thinks that they look good until they see themselves in the Target monitoring and progress camera, and then you're like, "Oh my god, I look
Yeah.
terrible."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, me, I already know I
just
look like
get
shit. So
crushed
what?
down to reality. Because I'm bald and I'm ugly and I'm old. I went to the ABC store wearing a mask. Right, wearing a mask, and I didn't even get carded. At the ABC store, the strictest place where they.
Honestly, in this case, they could probably ask me
that's
to wear a
true.
mask. They'll say, put on this headscarf. We
Right,
don't want to see your ugly face.
A 10-year-old could go in the ABC store now, and they're just like, "Fuck it, who cares? Who is enforcing the age limit on drinking?" All right, make EA Sports great again. I expected the Red Sox to be mediocre, but wow.
Yeah,
How are
they're
they doing?
garbage.
They lost. They got beat 2 out
Well,
of 3. by
Eduardo
the Mets.
Rodriguez has COVID complications. Who knows if he plays again? Chris Sale's injured. I think
Yeah.
they have a couple other injuries. I think they only have like one starting pitcher right now.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. Rafael Devers, good though.
Yeah.
This is a
Well,
young
Jackie
talent.
Bradley Jr. and JD Martinez are
Jackie
gone.
Bradley Jr., who sounds like a character from a Quentin Tarantino movie, has been tearing the cover off the ball. Very overrated, very underappreciated talent. I was about to say overrated. Very great talent. Yeah, they're tanking so that the Sox will rebuild. They will not accept not being inferior to the Yankees. They will not allow themselves.
You have to remember, they cut payroll for a reason. They are getting complacent.
Well,
They're just
they're
like, we
trying-
want our championships. We're done.
No, they're not.
Just raking the money.
They just need to hear more shit talking from Barstool Cat or whatever that cunt is, and then they'll get
I
going.
mean, just Barstool in general, they're all Boston-based.
No, that
Most-
chick, that lady, and I'm not saying that she's a cunt just because she's a lady. She's fucking annoying. She's like the worst. She's like, me and my 27 rings, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
Well, that's
It has
Boston.
nothing to do with gender. She just sucks. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate you, and you're a man. All right. Gosh, the Rangers have had many chances, and they have not gone in. They've actually played better.
Well, now how you feel about us against Montreal?
Yeah. Yep. Nick Shannon, Jackets Leaf series even at 1 apiece. Who takes the series as a Jackets fan? If we can slow Toronto down like we did Tampa last year, we got the. I was very impressed. John Tortorella.
Yeah.
Excuse
Well,
me.
I mean, I figured this was going to be an interesting series. You saw Toronto's strength game 2. You see Columbus's strength game 1. I think Columbus adjusts, and we'll see how it goes from there.
I will.
Like I said,
I will bust such a huge nut if Columbus beats Toronto. Just another.
it's possible.
Fucking season that Toronto doesn't win the cup. Like,
Well, Toronto's playing like shit all year.
yeah, especially with all that talent, Marner, fucking Matthews.
Marner,
The other thing,
Matthews,
all those
Tavares.
mustaches that they grew, and then Marner can't even grow one. He's such a baby face. I would say Austin Matthews, dirt lip, very impressive, and William Nylander, very porno stash with his mustache. I got to give him credit.
Mhm.
Did
Yeah,
Lucic actually?
If they like get eliminated in this or the first round, I think they make some huge changes.
Did
It's
Lucic
not just
actually
because of
score
that,
a
it's
good
because
goal?
of the. Looks like it.
Yeah, 5-2 Flames. Holy shit.
Oh, it just went off the tip of his skate.
Mm-hmm. Keep reading so that we're not here all night.
Mm-hmm. Let's go Sean Pinkerton for 569. It'd be ironic as hell if baseball gets shut down on August 12th, same day as the 94 shutdown. Enjoy the beer money, fellas. Cheers. Yeah, that would be
Vodka money.
intriguing. They'll probably end it after a weekend, I feel like.
If another team, like, I just don't see what ends this. There'd have to be like 5 teams with 20 players each. Like, as long as they're, like, I think they just kind of knew that, like, there'd be 5 players, you know, or there'd be a team with 10, and they'll isolate everybody. This is so stupid with no bubble. It is just so dumb.
Well, that's
Because
going to be what the NFL is doing. It's just going to be
NFL,
agony.
yeah, NFL is
just
going to
like-
be terrible.
Okay, like, are we just going to keep going with this shit? Or,
They
like,
better wear masks. Yeah, they better wear masks out on the field.
they don't even, it's not even masks. It's like everyone's just still, like, high-fiving each other in the dugout. They're still, like,
Yeah.
doing that shit. It's like,
Grabbing their balls.
yeah, that's not going to work. Sorry,
Fauci
boys.
says to wear goggles. Could you imagine just going to the grocery store with
Oh,
goggles on?
well, the thing with goggles is, like, it comes in through the eye sockets.
Oh yeah.
The eyes are a mucous membrane.
Honestly, I think I've had it, and I just have been asymptomatic because I've done terrible shit. I've gone to the grocery store and wiped my face, and touched a whole bunch of stuff. Like apparently, people are having conversations, at normal distance. It's like airborne. It's terrible, dude. Shit is terrible. When's the last time you actually touched someone that you didn't know, though? Like actually physically touched somebody?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. I have not made contact with anyone in since March.
I get to feel as cold as alone as I do on most days. Somebody play a small violin for me.
That's
And
the
also,
sound.
update from Winnipeg, Matthew Perreault is now injured. Winnipeg's just getting wrecked.
Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Keep on rolling here. Steve L for 5. 5 points. I am sorry about the Mets. Tree, I can't wait for your next Lowell Mets vid. They may need a little more time.
Yeah, you need a little more gestation.
You
on
need
the
like
moment.
some like a little more power to it.
There's
can't
something
do it
more has to happen, like another starter, like maybe Matt's going down with an injury. It's bound
More
to happen.
managerial
Or DeGrom.
arguments, or-
Probably the day that DeGrom goes
People
down.
fucking off.
Yeah. Probably the day they shut DeGrom down.
Or
That's when all hope and all
that's-
optimism dies.
And also the day when, A-Rod buys the Mets.
You want to make me cry in a corner.
Oh God, I will just laugh hysterically for 5 minutes. I will put on the stream and straight up laugh at you.
I'm having like
you're
a
setting them miserable.
I'm having a
And I don't
semi.
even care if I'm a fucking Pirates fan. It's just too funny to see the Mets keep metting. You're gonna play with A-Rod. It helps mask my
the
pain
sadness
and
I
apathy
feel.
as a Pirates fan.
The sadness I'm feeling now is like losing a pet. If A-Rod were fucking to buy the fucking Mets,
Tree's pants are no longer in the upright position.
Well, it might be a little tent that's getting pitched.
Yeah, you would pitch a fucking Coleman level tent right there. Oh my god. Just the thought of A-Rod and J-Lo sitting in like the Mets owner's booth with the Wilpons, just fucking
Mm-hmm. Always. Let's keep on going here. Caden Fuller, 2. And it scroll to me. Seattle Kraken video tree? I don't know. It'll be a little bit before I do, because I don't really have any issues.
Yeah. You got to wait until like maybe after the expansion draft.
Yes.
Till they claim like what's his name? They claim Carlson from the Golden Knights, like in a even
Fans are gonna trade Jack Johnson and another first-round pick.
Yeah.
So
who's gonna be like unprotected? There are gonna be some good players again that are out there.
It's because they saw the success of Vegas.
Right. Like maybe like a Jordan Eberle or something like that. You know, like somebody that they just can't afford, like teams can't afford to protect.
Minnesota's gonna have trouble.
Oh yeah.
Because they have so many no movement clauses.
Yeah. They could get young talent too. That's the key, is getting young talent in there. Oh, Brian Boyle's still out on the ice.
Yeah, Brian Boyle, I think, is a Panther.
Yep. All right, keep her going.
Yep. Joey Overstreet, native of the show, for 10. Hey, boys, I know I'm a huge Colorado fan, and that 0.1 second goal just reassures my faith in the Avs. So if your team don't make it, the blue and burgundy will always welcome you. And then they'll should have made for what I said in 2017, but whatever.
Kadri needed a change of scenery, one which doesn't involve him.
Well, it doesn't him killing people.
Right. Doesn't involve him boarding a player and getting suspended for the rest of the series. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Now he should focus on offense, not slashing people behind their calves during a play.
Well, let's put it this way. He was either like killing people or he scored the goal that
was amazing too. Because at 0.01, like the puck is over the line like by like a micron. I was like, there's no way that's a good goal. And I was like, yep, that's a good goal. Holy shit.
I haven't really been paying attention to the round robin games. I've been more paying attention to the actual series.
Yeah, that was some NHL 20 type shit. Like where you're just like, all right, we're going to overtime.
AI cheese.
Yes.
Sounds like
somehow the puck always gets in. Like I have scored goals with like 0.01 seconds left in NHL 20, and you're just like,
no, what's going to happen is the AI does this cheap shit and your goaltender doesn't make a move.
Yes. Yeah, it dies. Adam Brannick sounds like a new one. I think Adam Brannick's new.
I think so. I think I may have seen the name before, but it may have been a while.
As a Twins fan, I am happy how the season is going so far. Yeah, the Twins.
I think they're 9-2 or something like that.
Yeah. Right? Twins are playing some good ball.
They were a wild card this year and playing well.
What happened with Brian Dozier? What just happened tonight?
He's with the Mets.
Oh, he's playing for the
it looks
Mets?
like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they got out of it.
Do you know that he hit 40 home runs one year? Brian Dozier.
Yep. Mm-hmm. With the Twins.
I cannot believe that.
And then he just didn't do anything else. And he just got traded to LA and won a series in Washington.
Must be nice to be able to just do one thing, which is hit home runs.
Mark Reynolds had a 10-year career with that shit.
True. I know. Mark Reynolds was so bad.
He hit dingers, though.
Yeah.
And it gave him 10 years
Alan Craig was also that way. Just a guy that had a huge cut. And if he hit it, it was gone. And if he missed, it was terrible.
There are a couple other guys like that. Pete Incaviglia, Pedro Alvarez, Rob Deere.
Rob Deere. Rob Deere just played DH.
It was just like, oh, I'm gonna strike out or hit dingers, and have like a 2.10 average.
Sam Horn was an all or nothing guy. Adam Dunn, very famous all or nothing guy.
Dun.
Glenn Allen Hill. God,
Glenn Allen Hill.
that's a good one. There were some guys
Go
that all.
Ian Dalius for 5. Glad hockey's back. Still hate the Caps.
Yeah.
Screw Wilson and Oshie. At least the Bolts didn't roll over and die when they gooned it up this time. Just wait until you play Columbus again.
I like Craig Skiff telling us that Mrazek.
Yeah, not net. It's back-to-back games.
Just so you know, from Craig Skiff, Mrazek is not a net for the Hurricanes tonight. It's James Reimer. Yeah, I was like, why did Mrazek get so short? I'm just gonna call him Mraz, like Jason Mraz. Apparently,
How about the
apparently Jason Mraz is from my area where I live, and my friend dented his car in high school on accident. They went to the same high school, and his grandmother like called him and was like, "You dented Jason's car." Apparently, he was cool about it. Anyways, go ahead. I eat bats, dude. Great name. Wonder if he's got the COVID. You read it.
I got to write a paper, but I'm watching the Nats. I mean, I'm surprised. Apparently, some schools are already in session.
Open the school.
Hey, what's wrong with opening the schools?
I'm never sending my asthmatic kid back to school for as long as COVID exists. All right.
And I do not get why you send people to school. Oh, it's not going to affect the kids. It's like they could spread it to their parents and create massive community spread because kids aren't going to adhere to social distancing. They're used to hanging around with kids and being in big piles.
Well, that and they'll like eat a raw apple. Like they're just like, here, eat this, and they'll be like, I'll eat that, and they just fucking eat an apple together. You know,
it's like, here, let's get Rona together. It's like, okay.
Let's finger bang. Can I finger bang my girlfriend after the third period in the locker room? You know, that never happened, but it's nice to think that happened.
Oh, that's what we all think happened. But in the end of the day, you were just the one being called a piece of shit, and you were whacking off.
And I would sit through class with massive boners and not be able to.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, sorry, I'm gonna go take the hall pass, and you're not doing that to go to the bathroom. You're doing that to jack off.
You jacked off at school? I've never nutted at school. Nutted at a lot of jobs.
I think I've done it like once or twice. That's just like one of those situations where it's like, whatever, nobody's gonna fucking pay attention to me.
Yeah, right. Gosh.
They just think I'm going to the bathroom.
Were you a weirdo in high school?
Nah.
I was a jock, so I was on the baseball team, so I had standards to uphold. So, Dodger of Zion, there's a hole in my UFASDLPASLFJ. Hi, he. That must be an inside jerk.
I'm guessing, yes. I do not know it. It's
apparently
a little puzzle.
Yeah, apparently like you in high school.
It's an inside joke, like an inside stroke.
Yes. Like Tree in high school, apparently.
Oh, God. Damn, Tree. Have some standards, man.
Tree.
Don't fucking jack it in the bathroom at school.
I know. At school. You're jerking off at school.
Like, I get that when you're a teenage man, your hormones are going all over the place and coursing up and down your penis. But at school, man?
I know.
Come on, dude.
You ever get sick?
You're the goddamn kid who sits there in the fucking handicap stall at the end of the goddamn locker room and sits in there for 45 minutes waiting for us to leave, but every man in that boys' room knows exactly what the fuck you're doing.
I was not in the handicap. That was not me.
You should have been in the handicap stall.
It was not the handicap stall. And it was not me. I was not the 45-minute guy.
Okay, so at least you did it, you hit it and quit it, and you walked out, right?
Yes.
All right, I'll redeem you by about half a point, but you're still in shit, though.
Yeah. You just admitted that you jerked off at school. Who does that? I never jerked off at school, and I was the horny.
I feel like EDP probably has experience in that department.
I feel very much so that EDP has jacked off at school.
EDP is going to make jacking off great again.
He really does it
EDP
in
jacks
class,
off
too.
at the rest area. You know.
Well, I haven't done that. I have not
No,
jacked off at the rest area.
Let me take that back. He doesn't just jack off at the rest area. He jacks off at the fucking truck parking lot that has 2 porta johns and a dumpster, and he does it behind the fucking dumpster.
No, I could see EDP jacking off at the scenic overlook. Like, you know, that little pull off
Oh, God.
where you can look at the mountain range. Like, that's where
The makeup
EDP's
point.
jacking off on his hood. He's just like, fuck. Let me rate this new porn star.
you
Chris
don't jack
Kreider,
off there, you fucking girl there, man.
goal!
Well, that's how he considers that he's joined the Mile High Club, you see. He drove up and over the mountains and then stopped at the scenic overlook.
There you go, Crides. 12 seconds into the period on the breakaway. Oh, he went far side to short side to far side. Very nice. Chris Kreider for once. He has the most playoff goals on the active roster.
Fucking Louie.
This is the first lead they've had in all 3 games, by the way. They've been terrible. All right, where are we?
Beast of Metal 1989. You used to be able to eke out a lower middle class existence by starting parking, but a reduction in purse money at the bottom in 2013 essentially killed it by 2015. The Chargers began in 2016 because I remember that when I was growing up.
So basically,
like these really like bad guys, your Kirk Shelmerdines, your Morgan Shepherds, your Joe Rutmans, and like guys who were like at the bottom rank of the team would be like, oh, I'm just gonna driver owners.
And
they would
sometimes
just,
they would
go
win.
out, they drive and they pull out.
Right, but sometimes they'd also win, right? Like, you know.
Not really.
Yeah, no, it's a stacked deck. Well, now I guess the subsidies. Century.
I think the big thing was when Kirk Shelmerdine finished in the top 20 at the Daytona 500.
I love this. Century. 5 points. I noticed you were watching a lot of F1 recently, so I want to ask, when will the Ferrari clown show end? They deserve a Lau Cow video despite not being in one of the 4 major sports. Ferrari has just been on the downturn, and I think EA explained this ever since they've been spun off from Fiat and they're not backed anymore as their own independent company. They just don't have the resources that they used to. And they're going to be garbage. They're going to be a lost team for a long time. Is this Brendan Smith or Howden getting in trouble now? Smith is a traffic cone. He needs to go.
Brandon Smith has fallen.
Thanks for the picks for that.
He started the season as a forward. Like, I don't know why he's on the blue line. And anyone that thinks that Brady Shea is garbage doesn't watch hockey. Okay? Because he's a lot better than Brendan Smith.
Well, if it's any good thing, Brendan Smith has 1 year left on his contract, and he's probably getting bought out. Same as Mark Stahl.
So Irvin Alvarado.
So all 3 of them you're probably buying out.
Yeah, of course. So, what a save. Irvin Alvarado says the Formula One cost cap will take effect in 2021. $145 million cap on performance and development is placed. This is also aligned with the new car in 2022 for better racing to lessen dirty air effect. It's amazing, though. I would say this. The cars look amazing. Do they not? Like, they look so badass.
Formula? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They just look so dope. So dope. Same.
They've
with
always been
IndyCar.
on the sleeker side.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like there's American open wheel racing, which for the longest time looked just as sleek until they did that whole fucking
The car tomorrow.
ass end. No, I'm talking about IndyCar. I'm talking about American open
Yeah,
open
yeah.
wheel.
American open wheel, man.
Yeah, so American open wheel was just as slick for the longest time, but then a couple of years ago they did this wind tunnel ass end, which in reality is just more billboard to put sponsor shit on.
Oh, they wanted to, yeah.
And it's got some appeal, but it's like the car that we're not yet ready for, you know. And then you have the F1 cars, and these things are just sex. Yeah. I mean, they're sex on wheels.
Yeah, F1 cars are very sexy. Indy cars are sexy, but somehow less sexy, you know.
Yeah, I think it's that whole rear end barge board ad space.
I like it. I'm a rear end guy, you know.
Oh, everyone loves some junk in the trunk.
I'm a tit guy fundamentally, but definitely
nothing wrong with a good pound of fun bags, but it's always in the ass and thighs. That's where the good stuff is.
Oh.
That's where the meat is.
Well, depends on how you're built. What you like depends on how you are, right?
Yeah,
a little bit.
I guess. I don't know. I'm not an attractive man, but I like attractive women. So I guess that's a
Same.
misplaced.
No, the
Well,
hair did
shocker.
Alex Moreno. Speaking of Alex, Aussie V8 sedan racing is better than NASCAR. I like GT a lot.
Don't at me.
I
GT
like-
is fun. I
GT
really love
racing
the
is
Masters.
amazing. Alex Moreno again. RIP Holden. GM. Come on, guys. We want Pontiac back. Who's Holden?
We have Holden was the Australian division they had for years. It was like their equivalent of like a combination of Chevy and Pontiac, but their cars were cool as hell. But for obvious budgetary problems, because Ford and GM are both taking a beating in foreign markets, GM was the first to leave. I think Ford's on the way out right now. It's sad because the thing is we have freaking Buick because they have sales so strongly in China, yet they're selling like absolute crap in the States. Yet we won't have Pontiac back because GM just doesn't want to shut Buick
damn
down
it.
over here.
Well, it's
Carolina
it's
just
in
tied it
price
up.
points for GM.
What just happened? Carolina just tied it up. God damn it.
Boo.
Oh, that
Ouch.
was sick. Who was that? Snatchnikov?
Oh.
Also, the Jets have an empty net right now.
Timo Teravainen went top shelf in between the screen. Josh Bush, a.k.a. NASCAR driver, just dropped 50. Anytime you get a maroon-colored Snapchat, you have to read it. Haven't got the stream in a while. Figured I'd show up real quick and then disappear for a while again. I am loving all of this hockey. If you want to answer this tree, did you use your imagination when you jerked him?
It's cool. I mean, you had to. It was like the early 2000s.
Was there a particular girl
Early
that might have
2000s.
wore some really tight shorts that you were like, all right, I got to rub out a batch to that?
Yeah, usually.
This one time, this girl named Holly, she kind of did it for me.
Oh, yeah. And then you're like, oh, man, I got to go and take care of some business or else I'm going to be an awkward fuck. Although that didn't work. I was still an awkward
Back
fuck.
then, you
But
didn't.
still, I mean,
We didn't have internet porn back then. I don't know if you did, but
Oh, we
did.
had internet, but it was
Oh.
just like,
When I was in high school, we didn't have no internet porn. You had to like jerk off to the to like a magazine, to the Victoria's Secret catalog.
yeah. Well, it was magazines. Like
Oh,
internet wasn't
Stephanie
like double on
Seymour.
smartphones.
Yes. Oh, she's wearing a
What?
thong. Oh. All
Man.
right. Beast of Metal. Read that one.
Let's go.
And this is relevant
Switch.
because Alex was just saying it.
Mm-hmm. Beast of Metal. Nobody wants Pontiac back, Alex.
Hey.
Not after the catastrophic line of rolling snowbanks known as the Aztec.
The Aztec. Oh yeah.
No,
That
it
is
wasn't
an
that
ugly-
bad.
That was an ugly fucking.
Oh, those were some ugly ass cars.
They were ugly, but they were versatile as hell. You could get an air mattress, a tent, an air pump, and so many other stuff, little gadgets.
Who
that
the
came with
fuck needs a tent for a
God
car? If I
damn
want a
it,
tent, I'm gonna
Reimer!
go buy a tent.
I don't know.
Empty net goal for Calgary. It is 6-2. This one is all but over.
Ah, dang it, Jets.
Winnipeg is fucked.
Pontiac had the Fiero, which was a plastic car. Made
That
out
caught
of-
on fire. It went from
Yeah.
Fiero to being literally on fire.
Yes, Fiero is Spanish for fire. God, how do you?
No, it's not.
It's fuego.
Thank you.
Calor.
That's right. You're right. Fiero.
Oh, calor.
What is Fiero in Spanish?
I'm trying to think.
You don't think that's an
No.
actual word?
I don't think that's a word. No.
Maybe it's Italian for something.
Fiero.
Hey, it's a Fiero.
Fiero.
Hey,
is
what are you
a-
That's gotta be a
Fiero.
fucking goal.
It's-
God damn it.
Oh.
Fiero, it's a masculine noun. It's either a metal in Latin America. It's like a tool, iron, a gun, iron bar, a knife, like a cent coin. Fieros are money. It's in
Ah,
Mexico.
Pontiac Fiero, which is what you'd
Yeah,
be
we have
spending if you
pesos.
bought one of those piece of shit. Come on, Odd Man Rush.
It's like the Chevy Nova in Mexico. They didn't sell because
Yeah,
Nova.
they didn't know it was because it said no
Hey.
go.
Guys, you know the Mitsubishi Montero? They couldn't sell it in Latin America because it's initially called the Pajero, which kind of means Waker in Spanish.
Hey, that's
They sold it
what
like that for
Fortuna's
1
got a
year.
car.
What's that word? Can the fucking Rangers score?
No, they're virgins.
I'm getting fucking
Well,
Angry.
maybe they'd score if someone unplunged their goddamn goal block in their toilet.
Oh,
Or maybe it's a goal block in their head.
They have had wide open opportunity. After
They got
opportunity.
wide
Look at that
open
rebound,
opportunity.
shot, score. Fucking elevate the puck. There's a whole top of the fucking
Mate,
net.
what
that
do you
can
think?
put it
Like
in
the
there.
goal net's just like a pucker little asshole, and it's just got a chest out around it or something? Come on, it's not that hard. You get it in there and you just stick it and push.
You
Dustin-
said wide.
Dustin McDonald. As a Pirates fan, I remember when the bullpen was the best part of the team and called themselves the Shark Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're a worse part of the team. Well, you can't be worse than the Mets.
No. Have you ever experienced the pain of Miguel Del Pozo?
No.
He can't throw a pitch. It just misses the spot, or it's like a dinger.
Was that Yeah, is that the guy you didn't even know was on your team? And
That was the guy from last week.
Falls down on the power play. How do you lose a tire on the power play? Irvin Alvarado. As for NASCAR, Levine Racing was banking on the Gen 7 car to be more cheap in cost. 2022 release. COVID and Gibbs' high cost was not sustainable. Toyota needs to entice more teams to join their ranks. Oh, Brendan Lemieux got punched in the face. Brendan
Lemieux sold that punch in the face.
He did.
I saw that.
Embellishment.
Maybe it was a revenge for Claude's deeds as a player.
I don't think Brendan has any relation to Claude.
Brendan is Claude's son.
He is?
Yes.
No idea.
He is.
You read some shit while I
Yep. Yeah, that's like that was loan for a while. Let's go, Alex Moreno. Him bitching about the Pontiac Aztec. Aztec wasn't even that bad.
Yeah,
the 2009 G8 GXP was awesome.
It was faster than an M5 at the time.
Look, at the expense of not turning this into a car show, I'm just going to say that GM mismanagement killed Pontiac and leave it at that.
Pretty much.
No, I agree.
Pontiac wasn't good since the 90s. They kind of pissed it away. They bloated everything and made the same car for a bunch of different brands.
Did you ever listen to that show called Gus's Garage? Where people would call in with, oh no, you better not give up a fucking breakaway on the power play.
Yeah, you're a little behind me.
Anyways, Gus, they would ask him questions and he would just progressively get more angry with the caller's stupid questions.
Well, people are stupid. It's like sports radio.
Well, yeah, they'd be like, well, I tried starting it and it didn't start. What should I do, Gus? He's like, take it to a fucking mechanic. What the fuck do you want me to do? He's like, how can I diagnose it? You're not giving me any information.
Every inter's like, we got fired Tomlin. Bench Galease to Super Bowl. It's like, oh, God.
That's how call-in shows work. You just get progressively stupid.
Could you imagine us as a call-in show? We'd be just
my gosh, we would just yell at people. I would get progressively drunk.
Oh, you'd be. I could see you being a snarky little bitch.
Oh, I
just
would
be either like laughing at you or just sitting there like, oh my god, what the fuck?
I'd be nice. I'd be like, I appreciate the call, but fuck you. That's probably.
Hey, Tree, you fucking suck. Well, you suck too.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for listening.
But
seriously, suck my dick.
It's like,
oh, Shesterkin with a save for once. I'm so far behind. And apparently Reimer's making all the stops.
Welcome to
40 seconds back of real time, even though
it's got Mark Lou for 2.
Gosh,
hey, Tree,
he's just stopped Jacob Truba. Yep, I see it. Hey, Tree, are you gonna make a video on the Kraken?
No, I mentioned this earlier. I need a little more time for that one.
Beast of Metal 1989. Lucic got the goal this time, guys. I'm scared. Yeah, that game's
I am. Over. It's like Lucic got a goal.
Pretty much over. Yeah, Lucic was found. He wasn't on the back of a milk carton.
Well, that's why they got Lucic. They got him for big physical toughness and grit.
And his huge nose. Big Beast of Metal 1989. I'm okay with 5-minute 3-on-3 for the round robins, but they should have gone with unlimited 3-on-3s and dropped a shootout. Yeah,
shootout got me a little triggered.
Yeah, but you don't want games to go on forever in a round robin scenario. Like, these guys are really using these games as well.
They're having like unlimited overtime in the general rules for the play-in.
That was the the reward for finishing in the top 4 was actually getting time to warm up. You know, these are basically exhibition games. Like, who cares if you go in as the 4 seed or the 1 seed? You don't know what you're getting anyways with these play-in teams, right? You just need to work on what you're doing and win some games. Jared Froman, did someone skip my Rangers Snapchat? That is all. I don't remember us skipping any super chats.
Let's take a look here.
You go
Jared.
back. While I read Joey Overstreet, who recently had a birthday. Hey guys, I'm only a native because you guys are freaking dope. It feels
I
like
saw
you
a
guys
Winnipeg one.
know every sports YouTuber on the platform. Speaking of which, I did a vid about my take on the Redskins name change. All right, everyone check out Joey.
There were a couple,
I didn't know Joey had his own YouTube
a couple Jared
channel.
Fromans from 742.
Oh, I know. We read them all, man.
I know that. There's
We've missed
Brody.
some.
I mean, I'll read them anyway, I think.
We've
but-
missed some, but I
Said,
don't, I don't
let me
think
just
we-
say that I'm surprised Detroit's 5-5. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Said also the New York Rangers have no defense. King Henrik is being beaten like tenderized meat out on the ice.
I didn't read. I don't remember that one. Maybe we did skip that one. I don't remember someone
You there?
beating their tenderized
Hello?
meat like tree between second and third period.
Fucking kidding me.
Something tenderized beef.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
here.
that's what I mean. That's like it kind of like cut out on me for whatever reason. Apparently, he does not want me to read this Rangers tweet.
Tree, from now on, you're gonna be known as the guy who jerked off at school.
Tenderized me. I don't give a shit. There are a lot of people that've done that shit.
After this, I'm gonna beat my dick like Tree after science class.
At least it wasn't in science class, motherfucker.
Oh,
Hey, that's just called biology practice.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
You're
it was
beating
the
off
tenderized
the
unit.
igneous rocks in the background.
it was the genetics unit.
geological shifts.
I
Oh!
remember one time in biology
See,
class.
this is called molting.
I remember one time in biology class, a woman asked if a man that ejaculated a lot, whether he had a lot backed up in there or something. She asked the teacher this. Does he have a lot backed up in there or something? I'm like, maybe he just has big nuts. Oh,
We had people who thought like chocolate milk came out of chocolate cows. It was such an ongoing debate. Like, I'll bet you there's probably brown cows who give chocolate milk. There's probably red ones who give strawberry.
My wife didn't know that pickles were cucumbers for a long time. She just thought that pickles were pickles.
Then what did she say when you gave her your cucumber?
She's like, that's like a pickle, isn't it? She's like, this is way smaller than I thought. Oh.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Like, what is this, a dill? What are those little ones? The called?
It's a dill.
Anal beads.
Anal beads. Anal beads are amazing because you don't even know what anal beads are, but anyone can draw a picture. Like, you could ask a priest, draw me a picture of anal beads, and he's like, all right, here we go, I'll draw them for you. And you're just like, yep, because they're very self-explanatory, right? Like, you can.
Although
figure
if
it
you
out.
ask a priest, he might have to say, "Do you want the ones for children or the ones for adults?"
All right, do you want the progressively larger ones? All right, where are we? We read the Josh Bush, Joey Overstreet, and I'm almost finished with my script for the David Carr Draft Bust vids. You guys are going to love it when it comes out. Also, let's go Rockies. Keep it up. I like the Charlie Blackmon guy.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, he is not black, though. His name is Blackmon, but he's a white guy with a beard. And we are demonetized because I said black.
Mega demonetized. Shit.
But if you say Black Lives Matter, we're in YouTube's good graces. So,
Dude, and you bitch at me for talking about shenanigans in school. What the fuck, man?
you
What the
jerked
fuck?
off. You jerked off in school.
Who fucking cares?
I've gotten close to jerking off in school.
See?
I've definitely rubbed out a batch at several jobs.
See? This is bad.
But you were in the food service industry. You ever jerk off at work at a restaurant?
no.
Oh, okay. When you work an office job all day, you definitely have an opportunity to go in the bathroom and rub out a batch.
Yeah, that's a little different. I'm not jacking off during a shift in the service industry. There's too
You're
much
like,
time.
hold on, I gotta take a 10-minute, maybe 10-second break.
Cross contamination is real.
Yes, a cross contamination of the Jenkum and the service.
You know what the worst though was? You did you have a roommate in college, Tree?
Yeah, I was only in a dorm for like a year, but yeah,
It's always funny because you try to silent Jack and you're like try to pretend that like it was just this constant game of not admitting that the other person was jacking off. You know, just like all right, you're totally jacking off.
Hold on. Ball said, like, I went away to college and jacked off in the girls' bathroom. Man, you are a bold motherfucker.
Yeah, you are, dude.
Legends.
Why don't you jack off in a girl? Like, there's college. The odds are in your favor when you're in college, right? If you're
Depends.
ugly, you'll
Mark
find
didn't
someone
have a
that's
party
ugly.
system, so
There's
whatever.
so many people in college. I did all right in college. I'll admit. I wasn't like Don Juan, but
When did the hair fall out?
after college. In college, I had
no.
long,
Oh,
like
explain.
curly hair. Like I
Like
was
my
good
sort
looking.
of length or shorter?
Like shoulderish. I have curly hair.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, mine's wavy.
Beast of Metal 1989, Fartemi Panarin. That's funny.
Fartemi Panarin.
Fartemi Breadman. Sean Pinkerton. They're going to be a Rangers edition of Optimism Dies. Maybe. It's tied 1-1 exactly halfway through the game. Exactly
Maybe.
halfway through the game. And
Boy, there's things I can't talk about going on in the game, Mr. 5 Points.
Oh, did they just score?
Mm,
No, it doesn't look
you'll
like
have to find out.
No, I see Justin Williams with the puck, and it went wide. I guess you're not trying to spoil it. Well, I'm surprised someone in the chat hasn't spoiled it already. Oh, 2-on-2, Fartemi Panarin. Oh, he gets hooked. That's got to be a penalty. College FPV might steal your girl. All right. Anyways, Sean, did you read Sean Pinkerton? All right. Beast of
No,
Metal
I'm not.
1988, Jacob Trobum. Ooh,
Trubum.
Trubum. He's slow. For a smooth defender, he's slow. But, I mean, Joe Girardi was slow. Mm-hmm. Mackay Wilson, the Suns are the only undefeated team in the bubble. Mm-hmm. All right, Tree, read the last one. And then...
All right. And Donovan Gibbs with a rather sad note. RIP FBG Duck. Chicago rapper who was shot an hour ago.
People were getting
Chicago's
shot.
going through a rough time.
Yeah, there are more bullets being fired in Chicago than Tree in high school. Like, just a lot of shots being shot.
No, these aren't just straight blanks.
Did Aaron Judge hit a home run again?
Oof.
Did he? I don't
Doesn't
know.
he have a great broadcast announced by a certain Matt Veskursion?
Vag Scourgeon?
Brad
Brad-
Darian.
By Matt Vag Surgeon, aka a gynecologist. All right, we got time. Sing the song, guys. Album coming.
Yes.
You ready,
Oh.
Tree? You ready to do it?
Oh,
Dodge.
yeah, I'm ready. Let me get
you
my
can come
lyrics.
in, Dodge. Why aren't you in?
Who's
Dodge
gonna
is-
sing the?
How
Who's
long-
gonna sing the intro? You have to sing it like you're some like almost Philip, like cut my life into. Oh, sort of Indian, like cut my life into
Cut my
pieces.
life into pieces. All right.
I'm
Just like that,
calling
like
tech support.
Cut my Wi-Fi into pieces. I'm calling tech support. Suffocation, no breathing. All right. And demonetized for
Don't
making
give me
fun
fucking
of...
I can't get the VoIP address
Yeah.
for a Microsoft certified technician.
You know what? You could pass for Indian, Alex. I know you. You know what I mean?
could.
Like you could just lie. You'd be like, "Oh, yes, I work in
could.
tech support." Me too. I could do it too. I could be like,
I'm
"Hey."
from Bengal.
All right. I'll sing up to. This is the Astro Sport Tree. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the rap though. Do you remember the rap
Cut my life into
part?
pieces. Pretty like that.
Okay, hold on. All right, I'll just read the first part. All right. Cut my pitch into pieces. This is Korea sport. Condemnation, just cheating. Don't give a fuck if we're taking a beating. This is the Astro Sport. Okay, now you read the lead singer's part.
Cut the pitch into pieces. Ruining the sport. There's no punishment, just cheating. Don't give a fuck if we're taking a beating. I just love seeing the pitchers toss them a beating. Oh, let me do that again. I just love seeing the pitchers toss them a beating. We know what's wrong, and they thought it's right. We know what's wrong, they thought it's right. And if they robbed the Dodgers that night, hold on. If they robbed the Dodgers that night, the MVP they swiped. Now the bench is clear for a fight, and the trash can's banging tonight. Cause they swing and they miss, they carry the pitch. Wish somebody would bang on the lid. Now swing, bitch, that swing was shit. Wish somebody would bang on the lid.
Cut my pitch into pieces. This is Korea Sport. Condemnation, just cheating. Don't give a fuck if we're taking a beating. This is the Astro Sport.
And then everything goes to shit.
There we go.
Welcome to
We
the
got
dumpster fire.
Yes. We got 2 courses. Everything is done. All right.
This is gonna be good. I promise. I'll get you back to you in like.
I haven't heard that
Joe
song in a
Haas.
long time. I'm surprised I remember how to sing it.
Joe Haas.
Same. I haven't heard that. In
Can't go on. Astros bang bang. Can't go on. Fuck.
Oh, wow. What's his name? Who is that? Panarin almost scored on his own goal right there. Jesus Christ.
Ooh. Take it from what's his name?
Canes are on
Andres.
the power play.
Don't do that.
Who commits the penalty?
Looks like it's Carolina.
No. Canes are going to the power play. 2 late ones came in. Joe Haas, I'm a Bruins fan. He meant Bruins. The Rangers will win this series because the Canes have Jake Gardner and James Reimer on their team. I know from experience.
God. Don't worry, they'll go get Frederick
Right,
Anderson.
he's trying to unjinx them. He's trying to reverse jinx the Rangers because he hates the Rangers. Oh, Brendan Smith with a wonderful cross check from behind. Yes, thank you, Brendan. Thank you for eating up all those minutes that you shouldn't fucking be on. Chargers belong in San Diego. Yes. Sorry, 5 points. The Rangers are getting started. I would like there to be more Rangers hockey, okay? I mean, forgive me for being a foolish optimist, wanting this team to win one more game, and that was very close to being a goal. And wow, what a play by...
I think Montreal's happy they won a game, and they're just hoping they lose so they can get Lafreniere.
I think, though, up at this point, if the Rangers lose this game, they were the worst. They should get, if they were to rank the Lafreniere by who does worse in the playoffs, the Rangers have done worse even than.
I don't know. I'd say maybe the Panthers.
The Panthers have been pretty god awful too. But the Rangers last game, they were not even competitive. They only scored once on a gift 5-on-3, and they got Shesterkin or Snatchnikov basically put his dick inside of their ass.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, we made it to the end. Guys.
Joey Overstreet wants Tree to say "F you, Spanos."
Fuck you, Spanos.
Fuck
Jesus
yeah, Spanos. Hey, Joey, come on in. Joey, unmute your mic.
Oh, all right. Can I try it, Tree? Do I
Yeah.
have permission?
Yeah.
Oh,
go
wait,
ahead.
I don't know anything. Do it.
All right. Fuck you, Spanos!
Oh, that was pretty good right there.
It needs
Yeah.
a little more in there, but
Yeah,
it's
but no one can do it like Tree. He has the deep,
No.
like,
No,
fuck
Tree,
you,
you have
Spanish.
the perfect ginger voice. Tree,
Yeah.
you have the
Fuck
perfect
you,
ginger voice.
Spanos!
That's a good one.
There you go.
Fuck you,
Hey.
Spanish.
Hey,
Fuck you,
5
Spanos.
points. 5 points.
What's up?
If the Rangers don't make it, you could always come to the Avs, man. I mean, hey, that goal was nasty. That was a
nasty goal. The first shot should have gone in. I thought that
And here's the worst part. Didn't get to see it because Kroenke decided he wanted money, so he blocked out all the games on NBC.
He gave you a
I
blackout.
thought they settled that shit.
No,
Actually-
they didn't. They still haven't. No. They just blocked it out for the round robin, so it's possible they could black it out for the actual playoffs too.
That's some bullshit.
In
Bullshit.
2020, you cannot refer to it as a blackout. We need a new.
No.
It's called restricted viewing.
restricted or African American out. I don't know.
Yeah. No. You can't call it that. This is
No, you
This is
you
2020.
can still refer to people of color as black people if they are black people, but
But I don't know.
No, you cannot. What do you think?
I
Just
mean,
don't refer to us.
You're not
I
woke.
mean, at this rate, you
None
don't
of
know.
y'all are woke.
Say,
I am
wait,
the
hold on.
most woke of
say
you.
you're at like a store where like you get a referral, right? Like you're at a clothes store and you get a shirt and you go to the cash register and the person's like, hey, who's the person that helped you? And the only descriptor is that they were a black person. What are you gonna say?
Well, the problem is,
No, you
I
have
mean,
to say the
I mean,
guy with
most
the
people aren't doing mugshots anymore because of profiling.
guy with the red shirt on. That's what you say.
There you go.
You gotta
But what if
describe them.
But what if the uniform is red?
That's true. If it's like at a
Look at
Best
his facial
Buy.
features. What if
If
he has a
it's
Like,
mustache?
the guy
Target,
that's
that
my
doesn't
height,
count.
bald, has big teeth. I don't know.
Mustache, maybe?
He's black. And then they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, we
that
gotta
is-
call it a night, everyone. I know as lovely as we want to have
Absolutely.
all the fun and do things and jerk off in high school.
In the handicap stall.
Yes,
Not the
today.
handicap.
Tifu. Today I found out that Urinating Tree jerked off in the handicap stall to some girl named Holly. That's right.
Oh.
Who's the
man.
hottest girl in your high school, Tree?
Shit. There were a
First name
couple.
only.
I mean, it was full of like upper middle class like thoughts. So there were some hotties.
Yeah, they were all
Shit.
bitches, weren't they? 'Cause
Oh
they-
yeah,
yeah,
they were all bit. Most of them were bitches.
yeah. Because
But that's the
go
standard
Yeah.
fare.
and
You're
find
gonna
them
get a lot of
attractive.
pieces of
Uh-huh.
shit. So whatever.
Yeah. I
All
grew up
right.
in Claremont. They were all rich.
Everybody, have a wonderful show. There's an afterburn tonight. Dodge just put her link in the chat.
Yes, there is, and hopefully there won't be another hole in my
I have no idea what's even that.
She's
that's an
having a
inside
stroke.
joke. Inside joke. Inside
Oh,
stroke.
we all have strokes every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's
inside strokes.
Inside stroke like Tree in the handicap stall.
Things he'll never live down.
Never.
Oh.
I put a plunger on my head. All right. Thanks everyone for
You got
coming
more
out.
rompers.
Tree, any final thoughts as you are the co-host of this fucking dumpster
I
fire?
regret absolutely nothing.
All
And I've also been working on a little something that I've been
Oh,
hinting at.
Okay.
Just saying.
Haters
I don't know when it's
Guide-
going to be released, but it will be released. It depends
Haters
on
Guide to
when
Jacking
certain
Off in the
events
Bathroom.
occur.
Uh-huh.
You're such a fucking tease.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
All right, I'm 5 Points Vids, and you all made it to the end of this fucking stream.